In the early hours of April 15, 1912, the world's largest and most luxurious ocean liner, RMS Titanic, sank to the bottom of the North Atlantic after striking an iceberg. The disaster claimed the lives of over 1,500 people and has since become one of the most infamous maritime tragedies in history. This narrative explores the events leading up to the sinking, the harrowing experiences of those on board, and the profound impact on maritime safety regulations.
The RMS Titanic was the second of 3 Olympic-class ocean liners built by the White Star Line. Constructed at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland, Titanic was a marvel of modern engineering, featuring advanced safety features and unparalleled luxury. She was deemed unsinkable due to her watertight compartments and double bottom. On April 10, 1912, Titanic set sail on her maiden voyage from Southampton, England, to New York City, with stops at Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now Cove, Ireland. The ship carried 2,224 passengers and crew, including some of the wealthiest people in the world, as well as hundreds of emigrants seeking a new life in America.
On the night of April 14, 1912, Titanic was sailing through the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Despite receiving multiple ice warnings from other ships, the vessel continued at near maximum speed of 22.5 knots. At 11:40 p.m., Lookout Frederick Fleet spotted an iceberg directly in Titanic's path. First Officer William Murdoch ordered the ship to turn hard to starboard and the engines to be reversed, but it was too late. The iceberg struck the ship's starboard side, causing a series of punctures below the waterline. The collision compromised 5 of Titanic's 16 watertight compartments, one more than the ship could stay afloat with. As water began to flood the lower decks, it became clear that Titanic was doomed.
The crew and passengers quickly faced the grim reality of their situation. Captain Edward Smith and his officers ordered the lifeboats to be prepared and passengers to don life vests. However, the ship's lifeboat capacity was woefully inadequate, with only enough room for 1,178 people, roughly half of those on board. The evacuation was chaotic and poorly managed. Lifeboats were launched half full due to confusion and a lack of proper drills. Women and children were given priority, leading to heartbreaking scenes of families being separated. The ship's band played music to calm passengers, performing until the final moments. As the bow of the ship dipped below the surface, Titanic's stern lifted high into the air. At approximately 2:20 a.m., the ship broke in two and disappeared beneath the waves. Hundreds of passengers and crew were left in the freezing waters, clinging to lifeboats and debris. Hypothermia quickly claimed many lives.
The disaster resulted in the deaths of over 1,500 people, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime tragedies. The survivors, numbering around 710, were rescued by the RMS Carpathia, which arrived at the scene approximately 2 hours after Titanic sank. The sinking of the Titanic prompted widespread shock and outrage, leading to significant changes in maritime regulations. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SALAS, was established in 1914, mandating sufficient lifeboat capacity for all passengers and crew, regular lifeboat drills, and continuous radio watch on ships. Additionally, the International Ice Patrol was created to monitor and report iceberg dangers in the North Atlantic. The disaster also left a lasting cultural impact, inspiring numerous books, films, and documentaries. The story of Titanic has been immortalized in popular culture, serving as a poignant reminder of human hubris and the relentless power of nature.
The sinking of the RMS Titanic is a tragedy that continues to resonate more than a century later. The loss of life and the stories of bravery and despair highlight both the vulnerabilities and the resilience of humanity. The disaster spurred critical advancements in maritime safety, ensuring that the lessons learned from Titanic's fate would protect future generations of seafarers. As we remember those who perished, we also honor the legacy of improved safety and the enduring quest for knowledge and preparedness in the face of nature's challenges.